I studied less and I got higher grades. This was unlike the way I used to study before, where I spent all my hours, all my productive hours studying for a particular subject. And despite studying for long hours, I still got a D in those subjects. Not until I discovered these perfect tips that help me study less and still get higher grades in all my subjects. If you are coming across my channel for the first time, my name is Basim Ejogba. I'm a 400 level student in the University of Calabar studying medical laboratory science, and in my channel I represent level up the academic game. I share full tips on the channel focusing on personal development. So if you love content like this, don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so I can continue getting updates anytime I drop videos like this, and so that you can help me grow. And just like I've said, in this video today, I'm going to share with you ways you can be able to study less and still get higher grades. There's a particular mistake a lot of students make, and they feel studying for a long period of time equals to getting higher grades. It doesn't actually work that way. That was the mindset I was getting, and I got to discover it in my year 2 first semester when I was writing and I was offering a particular subject that was known as embryology. I spent almost 7 hours straight on my study table. I didn't sleep at night. I was always studying, like I was depriving myself of sleep. And in the morning I get to find out that I'll be dozing off. I'll go for lectures and be dozing off in school and stuff like that. You understand my point? So that is one of the mistakes that students make, that studying long period of time equals to getting higher grades. It doesn't actually work that way, and you need to have this particular mindset shift. That this mindset shift from studying, from asking yourself questions like, how many hours have I studied, to how effective is my study. Shift your mindset from how many hours have I studied to how effective. How effective your study is determines what your grade is going to look like. So it's not by spending 10 hours. You can actually spend hours and still not get high grades or good grades. This is because of your study strategies. Is you don't have a good or study strategy. So you must have good study strategies, which in turn will lead you to effective study techniques. And one of the study strategies I like talking about in my videos is the active recall. So the active recall is simply finishing a particular subject. Let's say you are reading chemistry, you finish a particular subject, let's say thermodynamics in chemistry, you finish reading thermodynamics in chemistry. What you simply do is to close that book, ask yourself questions, quiz yourself, ask yourself, okay, what is thermodynamics, and ask yourself questions in thermodynamics. You get my point? So that is one of the effective study strategies that is known as the active recall. We also have the flashcard method. The flashcard method is simply dividing your notebook into two. One side you write the question and the other side you write the definition. So one side can be what is thermodynamics by your left, can be what is thermodynamics, and by your right can be the answer to, or the definition to what thermodynamics simply means. So we also have the space repetition. The space repetition is studying more in less time. That means if you read thermodynamics on Monday in your chemistry on Monday, you can start to space Tuesday or Wednesday, and on Thursday you go back to that chemistry. But at this particular time, as you are going to that chemistry, you are not just jumping to a new topic, you are also making sure to revise that thermodynamics you read in your chemistry. At this particular time, it's going to send a message to your brain that this information is very useful, and the brain is going to transfer this information from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. We also have the famous technique. The famous technique is simply after studying, you teach an imaginary audience what you study. Just form an imaginary audience and start teaching them. In the case where you forgot or you make a mistake in the course of your teaching of an imaginary audience, you still have the opportunity of going back to your book and see how you can be able to get it. And we also have the 80 to 20 rules. The 80 to 20 rules is focusing on the 20% that will give you the 80% results. Focusing on the 20%, the minor, that will give you the major result. And this is focusing on key points. You don't just have to waste your time by reading the subject or your notebook, or by reading the textbook or stuff like that. You just have to focus on the key points, on what really matters. Focus on summaries, focus on the highlighted points in your textbook, or what the lecturer actually lay emphasis on. So that is the 80 to 20 rule, where if the 20% give you the 80% result. We also have the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique is simply studying in short focus section. That means if you have to study for 1 hour, you can start to study for 25 minutes, have a 5-minute break, and come back and study for 25 minutes, you get to find out that by studying in this short focus section, it will actually help you ease tension. It's actually going to help you not to feel this anxiety of studying, or study where you get to feel tired and stuff like that. It's going to ease you in the case of your study. So to have a recap of what I've just said is that you have to have a mindset shift from thinking how many hours have I studied to how effective is my studies. Also, by employing study strategies like the active recall, the Feynman's techniques, the Pomodoro technique, the 80 to 20% rule, which is the Pareto principle, where the 20% gives you the 80% result. Drop it in the comment section which of these tips you are going to try right away. And if you love this video, please don't forget to hit on the red subscribe button so I can continue getting updates anytime I drop videos like this. And also don't forget to share this video to your friends so that they can come here and get value. And until I see you in my next video, always remember that you're wonderful, always remember that you're unique, and always remember that you're a pace setter. I really love you. Thank you.